Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I'm Pradeep of Maths Teacher. So in this class, in this video, we'll solve a very important problem for the SSLC examination, for the 10th examination children. So based on these type of topics, they'll ask one question, definitely they'll ask one question in the examination for 3 marks or 4 marks children. Now the question is, a boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. In 13 hours, it can go 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. Determine the speed of a stream and that of boat in still water. Now, this is the question, children. Now, how to solve this? So, a boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream. A boat is moving in a river, right? Let me just explain this by using by writing one diagram, children. Writing one figure. Suppose consider this as a river, which is the river is flowing in this direction. The water is flowing in this direction. Now the boat is moving. The boat is moving in this river, right? A boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream. Now you need to understand these two words. What is the meaning of these two words? The upstream and the downstream. That I'll say right now here. Right? So what is the meaning of upstream and downstream? Upstream means if the boat goes in the river to the opposite direction which river flows, that is called as the upstream. Now if the boat goes opposite to the direction of which the river flows, that is called as upstream. Nothing but from here to here, like this. Okay. Now what is the meaning of downstream? If the same boat goes in the river along with the or towards which the river flows, right? Nothing but that is called as downstream. From nothing but from here to here, that is called as downstream. Here a boat goes 30 km upstream. So a boat is moving from here to here. It goes a distance of 30 kilometers, right children, for upstream, and also 44 km distance for downstream, like from here to here, right? How much? 44 km for downstream. So this is for upstream from here to here. This is for downstream from here to here. At a distance of here upstream 30 kilometers, for the downstream 44 kilometers, and it will reach for in 10 hours. And this is the case number 1. Why? Because another case is there here, another condition you need to write down. So therefore I'm writing this down as a case 1. Now in 13 hours it can go downstream 40 km upstream, 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. Let me just draw a line like this, and let me consider this as a river, and which is the river is flowing in this direction. Now here it can go 40 km upstream, nothing but from here to here, opposite to the direction of which rivers flow. So from here to here, so how much? 40 km upstream, right? And 55 km downstream. 55 km, and it take 13 hours, right? This is a case number 2, right children? So to find the speed of a stream, now what is the meaning of stream? Nothing but you need to find the speed of the rate of speed of a water which flows, that you need to find. And also you need to find the speed of a boat in still water, nothing but the speed. So therefore let me write, or let me consider, let the speed of boat in still water is x kilometer per hour. We don't know the speed of a boat in still water, so therefore I'm taking that as a x kilometer per hour, right? Now let me take the another one. Let the speed of stream, nothing but the speed of the rate of speed of water flows. So stream is equals to y kilometer per hour. Right, children? Now, what is the speed of a boat towards downstream? Right? Now, just observe. I'm just saying what is the speed of a boat towards the downstream. Towards the downstream means which going the boat is going moving along with the water, right? So therefore, for the downstream, you need to add x plus y speed of a boat towards the downstream. Okay, children. Now, what is the speed of a boat towards the upstream? If the boat is moving to opposite to the direction of flowing, if the water flows, means what is the speed of a boat towards upstream? So towards the upstream means you need to subtract x minus, because you are moving opposite to the direction which reverse flows, right? So therefore the speed of a boat towards the upstream will be x minus y, right? Now let me write this. So let the speed of a boat towards downstream, that's equals to x plus y kilometer per hour. Okay, children? Now let me write, let the speed of a boat towards upstream, that's equals to x minus y kilometer per hour. So for downstream you need to add, for the upstream you need to subtract, right, children? That you now, what is the total time taken by the boat, right? So towards upstream and towards the downstream. Now how will you find the total time? By using a time formula. Now what is the formula to find the time? So nothing but I think you know the formula, right? What's the formula? Time is equals to distance upon the speed, right? Now what is the distance here? Now we'll take for the first case, for case 1. For case 1, so for the upstream, that is the distance will be how much? 30 kilometer divided by the speed is x minus y plus, you need to take for the both for the upstream and for the downstream also, right? So now I'm taking for the downstream. For the downstream, 44 divided by the speed, that 44 is the distance, divided by speed is x plus y, that's equals to total time taken by the boat is 10 hours. So this is the first condition, children, right? Again I'll say, so distance by speed is equals to time, right? Here I'm taking this for the upstream and I'm taking this for the downstream, and this is the condition for the this is the condition, first condition, right? Now another case is there. Now I'll take the another condition, another case, sorry, case number 2. Now for the case number, in the case number 2, the same, what is the total time taken by the boat? As usual, time is equals to distance by speed. If you have applied, means you'll get the another condition, right? And by solving these two conditions, you can find the speed of a stream also and speed of the boat in still water also, right, children? Now for the case 2, so what is the distance that the boat has traveled towards the upstream, right? So the distance is 40 kilometer that it has traveled towards the upstream, and what is the speed? Speed is as usual x minus y plus, now what is the distance that the boat has traveled? it has traveled 55 kilometer. It has traveled at a speed of x plus y kilometer per hour, and it takes total 13 hours, right children? And this is the second condition. Right, now by using these two condition and by simplifying these two condition, we can find the answer, children. Now you can solve these two condition by using reducible method. Now, so as per the reducible method, let me consider, let 1 by, just observe here, x minus y is there, x plus y is there, here also x minus y is there, x plus y is there, so therefore I can use the reducible method, so I can reduce this equation. So therefore let 1 by x minus y is equals to a, and 1 by x plus y is equals to b. So that means instead of 1 by x minus y, I can write a, and instead of 1 by x plus y, I can write b a. So therefore here 30 divided by x minus y can be written in the form of 30a plus here 44 b, because 1 by x plus y is known as b, it's equals to 10. Call it as this as equation number 3. Now I'm applying 1 by x minus y to the first equation, children. So first equation will become like this, and I'm calling this as the equation number 3, and this is for equation 1. Equation 1 I have converted. Now for equation 2. Now equation 2 can be written in the form of 40 into x minus y, right? So nothing but it can be written in the form of like this. So therefore 40 divided by x minus y can be written in the form of 40a plus 55b is equals to 30, right children? Now call it as equation number 4. Now solve this equation by using elimination method or substitution method, or which method you need, you can solve it, children. Okay, now I'll solve this equation, these two equation, by elimination method. Okay, now multiple the third equation by 4 and multiple the fourth equation by 3. Okay, so the equation will become 34 is 120. I'll write here 120a plus 44b into 4. So nothing but 170. If you multiply 44 into 4 means it's 176b is equals to 10 4s are 40. Call it as equation number 5. Right children? Now multiple 3 into the fourth equation. Now 43 is 120a. I'm using a elimination method, children. So you can use the substitution method or the cross multiplication method, or whichever method you need, you can use. Plus, so 55 3s it's 165. B is equals to 13 3s 39, and call it as equation number 6. Right, now we are using elimination method, right? Now change the symbol. Here plus is there, you need to observe the second equation, the sixth equation symbol. So here plus is there, nothing but change it minus. Here plus is there, minus, you need to change plus as minus, minus as plus. Now here plus is there, change it to minus. Now here you are having a 3 symbols right now. Here first one in the fifth equation you are having a symbols, and also in the sixth equation, and also in a also you have changed the symbols. So you are having a 3 symbols, right? Here also, here also, here also. Now you need to neglect the middle symbol. This is the method that I'm saying for elimination. This is the method that you need to follow for the elimination method, right? Now you need to neglect the middle symbol, and you need to take the first and third symbol. What is the first symbol? First symbol is plus, and the last symbol is minus, and the third symbol is minus. So now plus into minus is minus, so therefore it get cancelled. Okay children, now here you need to neglect the middle symbol. Here you need to take first and third only, right? Now plus into minus is minus, so therefore subtract it. 176 minus 165, so nothing but it's 11b it's equals to 40 minus, now here also plus into minus, miss minus, first symbol and third symbol, plus and minus is minus, 40 minus 39, it's 1. Now it implies 11b is equals to 1. I'm writing again. This implies send 11 to the right hand side, so b is equals to 1 by 11. So this is the value of b. Now put b is equals to 1 by 11 in equation 3. Okay, now what is the equation number 3 here? Equation number 3 is, I'll write the equation number 3. So 30a plus 44b is equals to 10. Now you need to apply this b value in this equation, right? So this implies 30a remains as usual plus 44 into, what is the value of b? B is 1 by 11 is equals to 10. Okay, so now here 11, make a cross multiple, 11 ones, 11 fours, right? Now what is the remaining? The remaining is 30a plus, you have multiple, right, cross multiplied, so now the remaining is 4 ones are 4, 11 ones are 11 fours are 4 ones are 4, so therefore 4 is equals to 10. Now send the 4 to the right hand side. So if you send the 4 to the right hand side means it will become minus, so therefore 30a is equals to 10 minus 4, so therefore 30a is equals to 6. So now send, you need the value of a, so send the 30 to the right hand side, so therefore a is equals to 6 by 30, 6 ones are 6 fives are. Now what is the value of a? So nothing but, I'll write here, a is equals to 1 by 5, right children? Now you have found the value of a and b, but you need to find the value of x and y, children. So because you have called a as 1 by x minus y and b as 1 by 1 x plus y, children, right? So therefore by applying the a value here and by applying the b value, you can find the value of x and y, children. Okay, now we'll apply this value to this. So as we wrote already, a as 1 by x minus y and b as 1 by x plus y, right? Now apply the a value and b value here. Now what is the a value here, children? A value is nothing but 1 by 5 is equals to 1 by x minus y. Here only I'll write. Now b value is nothing but 1 by 11 is equals to 1 by x plus y. Now I'm applying the a value and b value here to get the value of x and y, to find the value of x and y, children. Okay, now make a cross multiple. Here you need to multiple x minus y to this 1 and here you need to multiple 5 to this 1. So therefore if you multiple it by 1 means the same number will come. So therefore x minus y into 1 is nothing but x minus y only, that's equals to 5 ones are 5. Okay, here also x plus y into 1 is nothing but x plus y is equals to 11 ones are 11, right? Now call it as this as some equation number equation number 6, no, equation number 7, and this one as equation number 8. Now again you need to, this is in the form of equation, right? Again you need to simplify this equation by taking by using any method, by using elimination or a cross multiplication method or a substitution method or whichever method you need, right? Now I'll take from 8 and 7, I'll take for 8 and 7, right? So therefore x plus y is equals to 11. The second one is x minus y is equals to 5. Now I'll use the elimination method, children. Now change the symbol. Here plus is there. Just observe the second equation symbol. This one. Plus is there, it will become minus. Here minus is there, it will become plus. Here plus is there, it will become minus. Now you need to neglect the middle symbol. So I think you know the elimination method, right? So you need to neglect the middle symbol and you need to take first and the last. Okay, so the first one is plus and the last one is, the third one is minus. Plus into minus is minus, so therefore it get cancelled. Now here the first one is plus, second one is plus, so therefore plus is plus, plus and plus. Plus into plus is nothing but plus, you need to add. So y plus y is 2y is equals to, now here plus into minus is minus, so therefore you need to subtract. 11 minus 5 is 6. Okay, it implies y is equals to 6 by 2. 2 ones are 2 threes are. The answer is 3. So this is the value of y, children. Now just apply the y value in this 7 or 8 equation to get the another x value. Okay, put y is equals to 3 in equation 7. Okay, so what is the equation 7, children? Equation 7 says x minus y is equals to 5. Okay, now just apply the value. X minus, what is the y value? Y value is 3 is equals to 5, right? Now here, now just send the minus 3 to the right hand side. Now if you send minus 3 to the right hand side, means it will become plus, right? So therefore x is equals to 5, minus 3 will become plus 3, so that's equals to x is equals to 5 plus 3 is 8. So nothing but this is the answer. So this y is equals to 3 is nothing but y is equals to 3 kilometer per hour and x is equals to 8 kilometer per hour. Nothing but x is, we have wrote x as the speed of a boat in still water. So what is the speed of a boat? 8 kilometer per hour. And y we have called as the speed of a stream. Nothing but the rate of a speed of a water flows, the river flows. So that is called as y, that we have wrote as y, right? So therefore y is equals to 3 kilometer per hour. So speed of a boat is 8 kilometer per hour and speed of a stream is 3 kilometer per